Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm glad you found this series. We talk about the right of disposition, which is really about one thing: making sure your voice is heard even when you're no longer here to speak. This video is about the state of New York. New York has one of the clearer laws in the country on who controls your remains. It is in the New York Public Health Law section 4201. So this is a good one to pay attention to. In New York, you can pick your person ahead of time. You can sign what is called an appointment of agent to control disposition of remains. That form lets you name anyone, not just family, to be in charge of your burial, cremation, natural organic reduction, or other final choices. If you do that correctly, your agent is number one. Nobody can jump them. So the lesson is simple. If you do not want drama, fill out the form while you're alive. If you did not leave instructions, here's the hierarchy. If you did not pick an agent, New York uses a clear order. It goes like this. Number one, your legally appointed agent, if you named one. Number two, your spouse or your domestic partner. Number three, your adult child, or if you have more than one, a majority of your adult children who can be located. Number four, your parent or parents. Number five, your adult sibling or a majority of them. Number six, a guardian if the court appointed one. Number seven, other relatives in order. And if there is no one, then a public authority or the state can act. This order is important because a lot of people assume the eldest relative automatically decides. New York does not say that. It goes by this list. New York gives the person with priority a short window to act. If the person who is first in line cannot be found, or refuses, or does not act within 48 hours after being told about the death, then the next person on the list can step in and make arrangements. That is in the Public Health Law 4201, which means in New York, you do not get to hold the decision forever. If you do not act, the right passes down. This is by the New York State Senate. For people who die in New York City, there is another rule that you need to know. If the body is not claimed within 24 hours, the hospital or facility must notify the city mortuary. And in the city, remains generally must be buried, cremated, or transported out of the city within 4 days of death. So in New York City, the clock moves even faster. If you're the person in charge, you need to claim and arrange the remains within 48 hours. If you do not, someone else can take over. And in New York City, if nobody claims the body within 24 hours, the city steps in. Sometimes the person who is first in line is someone the deceased did not talk to. Maybe the family wasn't on speaking terms. New York thought about that. If the person with priority cannot be located after reasonable efforts, or does not want to act, or refuses to pay, or there is a dispute that cannot be resolved, the law lets the right move down to the next person, which is why documenting your wishes while you're alive matters. It keeps the person you do not like from being in charge. You can also name a friend, a partner, or even a professional. This is great for people who are no contact with their family. Now, when looking up the law about chosen names and identity, I did not see a part in the New York statute that says the state will automatically use a chosen name if it hasn't been legally changed, which means your best protection is your paperwork. Put the name you want used in your written instructions and in your agent form. Tell your agent to give that to the funeral home. That is how you get memorial programs, obituaries, and cremation documentation to reflect who you are. This is especially important for trans folks, people with stage names, or people who rebranded later in life. Now, here are some key takeaways for New York. New York lets you pick your decision maker with a specific form. If the person at the top does not act within 48 hours, the next person can act. In New York City, unclaimed remains trigger action in 24 hours and must be handled within 4 days. Estranged family can still be in line unless you write it down and name someone else. Your written instructions are the strongest voice you have. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you understand how New York handles final disposition and why timing matters so much in this state. If this helped you, share it with your family in New York. A lot of people do not know about the 48-hour rule, and they do not know that they can appoint an agent. Make sure you check out the other videos in my Right of Disposition state-by-state series. Laws change from state to state. So do not assume that what happens in New York is what happens in Maryland or in South Carolina. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me in the comments, have you already picked the person who will handle your final wishes? Or is this the first time you're thinking about it? I'm Bella. Your life, your legacy, your choice, even after you're gone.